Today we're looking at QuillBot. It's a practical AI tool that changes how entrepreneurs and business owners handle their daily writing tasks. So if you're someone who's ever tried to write an email or polish a business proposal or fix clunky paragraphs, you just haven't quite got it right, QuillBot could be the answer for you. It's like having a professional editor and writing assistant at your fingertips. It's similar to other AI models, but it's really embedded within what you're doing on a daily basis anyway, which is why I really like it and wanted to show you it today. If you don't know who I am, then my name's Jamie Orton. I run an AI channel here on YouTube as well as on TikTok and Instagram. So if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur who wants to use AI, preferably for free or as low cost as possible, then follow this channel for more tips and tricks. In this video, I'm going to go over the interface itself, the core features, the business application, practical tips, and then finally give a couple of examples of how you can use it. Let's jump in. So when you get to QuillBot's main page, you'll see here it's pretty clean and pretty self-explanatory. So obviously they're drawing you straight into add the Chrome extension, which we'll talk about later. And then they talk about the main 8 tools within the one platform. And I'd say the paraphraser is probably the main one, along with grammar checking. So it's a little bit like Grammarly if you've ever used that, but really on steroids and totally integrated into your workflow, which is great. It does have a couple of other things which are really interesting. So plagiarism checker and citation generator. These are particularly useful if you're a student or if perhaps you're learning something or you're having to hand in documentation and you may be using a little bit of AI, but you are mostly doing it yourself, and you just want to make sure that you're not going to get into trouble because either it's been plagiarized entirely or or the opposite. You want to make sure your citations are correct. And same with AI detector. You really don't want your writing to look like it's been written or tweaked by AI at all. If you can avoid that, it does sound quite robotic and clunky, and you can quite see it a lot of the time. So this is a really useful tool for that as well. There's a couple of other bits. Flow, which is nice. It's just a very clean, empty writer, just to really allow you to focus on that. Translator, pretty self-explanatory, and then a summarizer. Now, one thing I would say before we go any further is that all of these tools, you can use ChatGPT or Claude or any of the other large language models, and you can use them as a standalone option. The real value for QuillBot isn't that QuillBot is doing something that no other AI can do. It's about the way in which it works and about the setup and the flow. That's where the real value add is. So the first thing to say is that it is free to start, and it's free for life as well. So you don't need to pay, but there are some benefits of paying, obviously. So we'll jump into the paraphraser first just to show you how that works. So it's pretty simple. You try a sample of text, or if you've got a sample of text, you can paste it straight in, but let's just go for the trying the sample. So here you go, put what words you want changed in the section, then click the paraphrase button below. It's that easy. So we click paraphrase and it has to think about it, and it's trying to make it more fluid, improve the fluency. So you can then choose up here to rephrase again if you're not happy, and you can choose either standard or for fluency. So let's go for standard. In this section, write the changes you would want to see. In this box, write what you would like altered. So it's giving you a load of different options here. Let's just go for, in this section, indicate what needs to be modified. Fine. Then click the paraphrase button below. It's that simple. So then click the paraphrase below, then click the link box icons. It's giving you synonyms here, and then it's that simple. It's that simple. It's as simple. It's this simple. It's so simple. It's pretty simple. Again, synonyms, or you can choose to rephrase it all together. It's that easy. It's really that easy. It's really simple. There you go. So whichever one works for you, and it gives you the option. So again, this isn't about it being crazy impressive or doing something that you couldn't possibly do on your own or with a bit of time. It's about speed, and it's about coming up with solutions that you just need to implement as quickly as possible. So you'll see along the top here, we've got English UK first. I'm assuming that's because I am English UK and not because English UK is its default. I might be wrong. English, French, Spanish, and then you have got, I think there's about 23 different languages up here, which is quite impressive. There are a number of different modes along the top here: standard, fluency, natural, formal, academic, simple, creative, expand, shorten, and custom. I particularly like the simple model because when you're writing sales copy, that you appeal to the widest audience possible. However, you will see that the simple mode, along with most of the modes beyond standard and fluency, do require premium mode to be unlocked. Moving on to the next thing, we've got grammar checker here. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You can create you can upload a document, write something in, and you can then get it to check your grammar. Or if you don't want to do copy paste, you can do it as you go by adding the Chrome tool. We'll come on to that in a bit. AI detector. Now I really like the idea of this, and I've done a lot of research, and there you go. As it says at the bottom, it does give a caveat. Caution, our AI detector is advanced, but no detector is 100% reliable. I think it's really important to bear in mind here that an AI detector is going to be looking for the patterns that generally AI models use and create on a daily basis. If you're smart about how you use AI to generate text in the first place, give it plenty of examples, give it your own style, it's highly unlikely that QuillBot or any other AI detector will actually be able to spot that AI has created it if you give it enough examples, enough information. Plagiarism checker. So really nice, very, very simple, but you do need to upgrade. It's pretty much just a drag and drop, either paste the text in or add the document and it will get started. It will tell you what it thinks you've plagiarized. It'll give you the sources as you're seeing here. And it's really simple to use. Summarizer, again, you paste in your text here and click summarize and it will reduce your text down. Translator, it's self-explanatory. Citation generator, if you've got what I like here is that you can do a lot of different ways. So you've got the title itself, the URL, the DOI, ISBN, or even keywords, and then you can cite it. Or you can upload a PDF and it'll figure it out for you. So it's really, really nice at generating those citations. And then finally, QuillBot Flow. Again, you need to sign up to get that, but it's free. So it's just asking you to log in, and then basically it's like a Word, Microsoft Word or Google Docs basic writing word editor. Beyond the actual apps themselves, you've then got the different extensions. So QuillBot for Chrome, QuillBot for Word, and QuillBot for Mac OS, which is quite impressive actually for the Mac OS, because it really, again, it integrates totally into all the different apps you're doing, and rather than it just being into, say, Word, if that's what you use, it integrates into all the different apps you're using. So if you're actually texting on a different app, or you're sending a message out, or you've got a CRM that's already installed, or you use the browser, whatever it is, it's really, really good for that. But first of all, let's go to get started. So we'll click up here, and all we can do, you can see here you've got one-click sign up or sign in, login with email. I'll do the one-click sign up now with my Google account, and we'll be back in a second. So there you go, we are now logged in, and you can see here this is what it looks like with the basic editor. So it's very similar to Word or Google Docs, but yeah, it's their version of it, which is fine. Instead, let's go back to QuillBot, and we can see here you've got all the different projects if you've got any saved, but now we're going to focus on the QuillBot for Chrome extension. So let's go on and install that. Here we click add to Chrome, add extension. There you go, it's installed. It really is that simple, 2 clicks. Choose the privacy if you want to allow them to review your information, and you're straight away you're there. So if we go, let's say try in Google Docs, rather than using their editor, we've now got the QuillBot icon up here, so you can click to open the assistant. And on the right hand side here, you'll see we've got the information. So let's just paste in some text. I'll just grab something from the internet. I've just pasted a document from MailChimp's website here, just to give us some text to use. Doesn't really matter what it is, but here we can straight away see it's found an issue, a well-crafted business plan. So obviously there should be a space there, well-crafted. I would assume it's fairly good. And what is a business plan? Obviously this is a subheading, so we know we want to keep it as a capital, but it might have said, actually, no, that's not right. And it's given some offers of a little bit of grammar and checking there. But by and large, obviously, unsurprisingly, because it's MailChimp, it's a pretty well-written document and there isn't a lot to change. So here we are in Gmail now, and I'm replying to the email that QuillBot have just sent me to say welcome. So you can see, again, we've got a little QuillBot helper here. So if we click to open the assistant, it's showing us there writing recommendations, grammar, and all grammar and recommendations. And again, with get premium, it will offer us extra value. So start writing. So let's see what happens. So at the moment, I'm good to go. So there's only 2 pricing points, free and the premium. The premium is basically £100 per annum, billed once a year. Even though it says $8.33 per month, it does say per month billed annually there. So it is a one-time annual payment. And you can see here that you can paraphrase up to 125 words in any one time. You've got 2 different modes, as I mentioned earlier, and it'll do up to 1,000 grammatical corrections per month. And it will generate 50 AI prompts a day, which is not too bad. And it will do some basic summaries. And it does up to 1,200 words of AI detection. So not a huge amount if you're writing really long essays, but of course you could always chunk it down and do it bit by bit. It's not ideal though, is it? For £100 a year, you're going to get paraphrase unlimited text, unlimited modes. You've got the advanced grammar suggestions without any word limits, and basically it just removes all the limits, right? So you've got it all there. And if you really wanted to check, you can compare the plans, and you can see all the information's down here. I think for me, the best advantage is that you've just got that unlimited initial part where you can just paraphrase as much as you want, because the paraphrasing is a really, really powerful tool. But if you are someone who's particularly academic or in education, I recognise this video is not particularly aimed at you, but if you're here, welcome. Then that would be real beneficial to you, is to get the advanced one so that you could check for plagiarism, AI, and be able to do unlimited citations. So, again, I think it's worth considering. For the free model, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Download it, use it, benefit from it, improve your writing, improve your copy. If you like this video and you want more, then please just drop a like, drop a comment in the video if there's anything you're not sure about with it or how to use it, and I'd love to answer it. See you next time.